Hey guys, it's Gregory, and today I'm gonna start doing some tutorials. And this tutorial series is revolved around an add-on for Blender called MMD Tools. So these will allow you to make MMD projects in Blender. It's sort of the same thing as the original program, but with some limitations. Basically, I'm gonna walk you through on how to do stuff like this.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Oh, no. Buzz-looking alien! Where?
Okay, now without any further ado, let's begin. First, you need to add the add-on to your add the add-on to Blender. I can only remember where they were. Here, it'll be an object. Right there. Yeah, you check it. And you save the preferences. And we begin. Now, let's start things off with giving it the default cube. And there are two ways you can add models. One is to go to File, Import, and see this make a dance model and make a dance motion. You can either click on that, or there's this tab called MMD Tools, which will have all the stuff. This is the easy way, and just click Import Model. Now, something to keep in mind: they will only do PMDs and PMX, so make sure that you do that before doing anything else. I'll select this stage first. Oh no, wait, not on second thought. I'll do this one. Now down here are some import options. These are presets. I haven't quite figured these things out, but when I do, I will make a tutorial on it. And below that, you have scale. This will sort of change the size of the model you're going to import. Now, unless you feel it necessary, I would keep it at 0.2. That's what I would recommend. And by default, this one will not be checked. You do want to check this. You do. So let's import it, our file. Now, as you can see, it's a little shape. You don't see any textures. That can be easily fixed. Hit N, and you hit GSL, or any of these other ones, but GSL is my preferred one. That's what I would recommend. And now you have all the textures. Now, say you don't like the angle of the stage. I certainly don't. What you do is you click on it. You go click on armature, the checkbox armature, that will show the armature. And then you rotate it to your pleasing. I'll rotate to this because that's how I like it. Now when you hit GSL, there's a hemi lamp that is added, but it's not seen. So you can either delete this, or you can change the kind of light it is. For this one, I'm going to do sun. And once you start doing some of this stuff, it'll start to get a little laggy. Now I'm going to hide this, as we don't need it. And now I'll select this again, get rid of the armature, because we don't need to see that. And now we'll add our actual model. I will import the Brandon from Pokemon OIS model. And if you want to get some of the stages and models that you're going to see, then you can just find them on DeGraphics. Just search for them and you find them. And now we have our model in here. Now another thing I might want to recommend. Don't try to animate them manually. Let me just jump. I'll show you what I mean by jumping to frame. Click on render and go to render. Click on it. Let's move them somewhere. Now this will not be the case with all models, but just to be on the safe side, don't do it. And alright. It's there. See, that's why you do not do that. That you even have to import the VMD. So you can't really make VMDs in this program. That's one of the bugs that it has. So let me just give me back to However, there are some bones that you might want to. There are some things in the armature that you do want to edit. Otherwise, the VMD you might use will be look weird. And this is especially true if you're doing like a thing. Go into edit mode, select one of the bones, Alt T, disconnect the bone. And with the OIS models I have uploaded, May and Brendan, they have this main eye pair. Now, you can do one of two options. You can delete it, or select these two bones and hit Alt U clear parent, and that will fix it. And these bones are the ones that control the feet, and are the ones that are most used. These, on the other hand, are not used a lot. So I would recommend that, but I don't know if there is one that uses these bones. But, so in case there are, just clear the parent. And then let's put it on here again. We go back into texture view. And I think I will now with stages it's gonna be okay. As long as there's nothing animated to stop them, they're okay. And speaking of stages, with some models, it won't import properly. As an example of this is a stage that people use for the, I won't say love, that's what they use. Look what happens when I import it. Yeah, an error, and you get this. So, yeah, obviously you can see that this is a big problem. So, and there is absolutely no way of fixing it at all. So, if this happens to a model of yours, then I'm sorry, dude. You just can't use it. Also, I should probably point this out, because I did. When I said they would only do PNGs and CMX, I really meant that. For models, you can't add X files, or as you might know, assets. And it's true, this file contains X. This contains an X file. As you can see, nothing here, because you can't add add X file. You can add X file. So again, if you have a model that's an X file, then once again, you can't use it. So, let's add a second, Steven's armature is set up. Not every armature is the same. This is a good example of that. The bone you want to select to clear to disconnect is this bone. Just disconnect the bone, because there are some cases where this bone will be used. With some motions, not all of them, but with some. And now we'll get rid of it. And don't worry about the feet, he doesn't have that IK. So to give these two some animation, you need to load a MMD file like with the actual MMD program itself. Now what you do, you could go to File, Import the VMD, but then you have to select both the mesh and the armature, and I don't think you want to do that. You can if you want, But the quicker way is to import motion. Click on this and go import motion. And I have a MMD folder for motion. I'll do this one. I'll make him buzz and import VMD. Once that's done, and then we'll do the same for Steven, and we'll make him Woody. Import file. Now, if you want to add camera motion, you just click on the camera, and this is where the file import VMD comes in. You click on that, select the camera motion, and import the VMD file. So, and there you go, they're animated, and they're no problem. Now we'll add it, and by default it sends, once you add a VMD, it always sets it to 30 frames per second. And as you notice, there's sort of a shift up to before going to their main position, and that is because with MMD Tools, they set it ahead 6 frames so that physics that you choose to enable will have time to settle in. And speaking of that, let's enable that. So what you do is you select your model and you go to this really rigid buy section, and there's build and clean. Here you see this alert icon that says press the build button before playing the physical animation. So you hit that, and then you're good. And if you're not happy with the physics you have, you could just hit clean and then build again. So as you can see, there's some physics involved in that. Now as you can see, there is no motion. So let's do something about that. Go to frame 6, since that's where the actual animation will start. Let's go to the video sequence editor. Hit Shift A, add a sound, and click on your WAV. I'm gonna call it a WAV file because there's no E. Add that. Then, yeah, I know it's not synced up, but that's just because the frame rate and the isn't going at 30. Again, if you have to add your sound at frame 6, because that's when the actual animation begins. If you add it a little sooner, then it doesn't really work. So now let's go to Pokemon, go to our new place to drop it off at, so we can export it. And when you again, and if you use if you're going to do QuickTime, I would recommend doing H.264, because well, that's basically what I recommend. You know, Appaloosis. And let's go through the whole thing, just so we can get it. And I'm not really sure you can hear the audio that I'm putting into it with the microphone I'm using, but yeah. Okay, yeah, now it's good. We'll render the animation. And once that's done, you just have to cut it back by 6 frames, and you are all set. That's so good. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me, did you find this tutorial helpful? And are you interested in this Blender add-on? If you are, I will provide a link in the description below. And if you don't have Blender, I will also provide a link to the Blender site. It's a free program, so you don't have to worry about money. And that is all I gotta say. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.